do things with each other. And, like, I don't know, I guess with Raven, like, when you're role playing with your partner, like somebody you care about, who you love, I don't know, I guess I can get into it. But,
Yeah.
you know, because you know you can't, when you're doing it long distance, it's different dating long distance because you can't physically touch each other, so it kind of makes up for it. I can get into that, but now if it was just with trying to random role play with just anybody, there's no way I could do that.
Yeah. I mean, that makes more sense.
Like it just, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. It would be so boring. Yeah, like I'm just not like that. And you know, I don't get people that do that randomly hit rooms and want to RP sex. I don't understand that. Like, how are you able to get into it?
They just do, and they do. I tell you what. They get into it.
Oh my
But
god! Like I don't get me wrong, because I've actually done it in open rooms with a room full of people. So and it was mostly with the first guy that I dated on imvu, and it's fun because it was fun and stuff. And you know, it's an adult room. There's other adults. It's not a big deal. It's not something that I would do in real life. I mean, it was fun and interesting, and you know, I don't know. He was kind of, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Oh, Furry said good night. Night,
oh, is he
Furry.
going to bed?
If you're watching
Night.
Night, we loves you. Night. We're so goofy. I don't know, but yeah, fun, fun, fun. What other goofy things do we do on here? Oh, I love trolling. Oh my god, like I have avatars. Like I've got an avatar and she's pregnant and she's got all these little babies, and like they're all different colors, and like my friend Emily gets on and she's got like a jailbird male avatar that she uses. He's got like the
Oh
jumpsuit and
God.
everything, and we like hop rooms and we pretend like we're having like a lover's quarrel over the baby, over the babies, and like get in a fight with him saying that those can't even be my babies because they're not even the same color as me, and
Oh my God. Like
it's
Mari or something.
yeah, and
Oh.
like no, I even have that action. Like I can put it on. Like I hit a thing, and then Murray pops out in a chair with a paper, and it's got me sitting there, and it says, "You are not the father," and I start screaming and going on like they do in the
They
TV
actually have an
show.
avatar
Yeah,
for
oh
that?
God, I've got to do it. Yes, yes, yes. You've got to see this.
I won't be able to see it because my computer sucks, but
Okay,
everyone
okay,
else will be able to.
okay. Hold on, let me hit this dot. Let me make sure we've got that because it's so funny. Like it's awesome. Like it. I don't know what Raven's gonna do. Okay, so this is this is this is my baby's mama avatar. Yeah, and the baby dances. Just so you know.
Oh man, I crashed.
Or did
I'll be right back.
okay? I'm gonna wait on you because you've got to
No,
see
I think
this.
you crashed me. Did you?
Did I really? No,
I
I
think
couldn't
so.
have. You're sitting in here
Did you press
still.
anything? Like,
Like I'm not even like 1,000 kb or 3,000 kb. No, you're
that's
still
weird.
sitting in here. Where?
Animation
Like,
or something.
okay. It says you're still in here.
Well, I crashed out. It was like, you have not enough memory. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, that's not. Oh, I hate when it does that. You need to clear your
I don't know how
coach
to do that. You're gonna have to
catch.
teach me.
Okay, like Furry and I will either one will will show you. I'm gonna. It still says you're
Yeah,
in here though.
that's weird. Here, I'm gonna go outside, so I'll take it with me and get back on.
Okay, like hold on. I
So you
bet
might hear
Raven's
everybody.
probably looking at my avatar like, what the fuck are they doing?
Wait, who's saying that?
I'm sure that's what Raven's thinking. What are they doing?
Well, we said we were streaming, so I mean, he probably like guessed.
think I've ever shown him this one. I'm gonna make the baby dance while you're doing that. It might freak him out.
Oh my
He's like,
God.
he just did the what the fuck kind of thing. Hold on. Okay, no. I'm gonna make the baby poop.
Outside.
God, no, it didn't. I didn't know it did that. There, you just.
At least everyone that, that's watching can see.
I'm apologizing ahead of time because the baby pooped in your floor.
Ew.
It was like a huge baby turd. I didn't know.
That's
I thought it
lovely.
just made like a face and, and like. I'm gonna make the baby dance. That was really fucking creepy.
I'm trying to type out Batman on my phone and it's spelled Bateman. Why? Okay, that was weird. I'll be back as soon as my computer loads. I can type so fast now without my fake nails.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if you noticed that, but yeah, I've been typing like a lot faster because having fake nails look pretty, but they're not.
I just
Are you
made
doing it?
the baby just peed on Raven's leg.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna cry. Oh God, I didn't know that it did it. Oh my God, this is hilarious. There's so much more I can do with this.
Like, why do you have these things? Like, that's what I want to know.
I got it to troll. I didn't.
That's funny.
It wouldn't. I have this really weird sense of humor. I love laughing and I love making. Okay. Okay, he didn't see it.
All right, let me try to enter. I'm scared too. Okay. Let's go to the dollhouse. Dolly's dollhouse. If you guys ever want to stop by.
He said it's my baby's creepy.
I
Such a
love the
creepy
picture though that we have for the room. It's so beautiful. Oh God.
Did you see what it did? Did you see it, Dolly?
I can't see anything. It's a black screen. I'm telling you, I need to get a new computer.
What? I didn't know that it did this. Oh God, what is he putting on?
Who?
Oh, we're getting goofy. You're missing all this.
Yeah, I don't really see what's going on.
Like, it's getting quite out there, actually.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
This is so fucking funny. don't. Okay, can you see me?
Kinda. I just when I like everything was delayed for me just because of how Cheyenne
Okay,
is.
do you see the baby standing in front of Raven?
Yes.
Okay, now
Oh,
watch
oh
it.
my god.
Watch the baby. Feed on him.
What did? Oh my god.
Okay, one more, and then I'm gonna show you the last thing, and I'll take it off. Now, watch what he's doing.
What's he doing? Was he pooping? What?
I don't know who made this. I didn't realize it did
It
that.
wants the blue thing underneath the Raven's chair.
There's a blue thing under there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hold on, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll show you this, and you're gonna die laughing. So this is the Murray thing.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
I can't believe Raymond didn't say anything. He's probably like, "Oh dear God, what have
Does
I
he?
got?"
Does he just sit there like? Okay.
Like, you see it, right?
Yeah, I saw it. That was funny.
So you can imagine me and Emily bantering back and forth, and then me, like,
Oh
us having
jeez.
the argument about that, and her going, "Let's take it on Murray," and then I whip that out and do that, and then
Your avatar kind of looks like early Britney Spears, like when she was pregnant.
yeah, that's what I was trying for.
Oh, okay.
Yep. That is exactly what I was trying for.
Oh, he didn't whisper. I'm talking to my friend on there.
On where?
He's in the room. His name's the other person in the room. I don't want to say their name out loud.
Oh, Furry's girlfriend?
No, in the lounge.
Oh, okay. Furry's girlfriend's in here.
Really? In the lounge?
Yeah. I think that's weird that she came in without him.
I don't see anyone. I only see you, Raven, and the other person, and then me.
Oh, no, in your market, I mean.
Market. Oh, okay. Let me go in. Alrighty. Let me enter.
Like, was? Okay, I'm gonna add her, but I think it's weird that she came in after Furry left.
That is a little strange. I don't know. Maybe get to know us better? I don't know. We're still streaming, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone just saw that.
Oh no, because I was in the market, so you didn't. No, they didn't see that. What did you do?
They didn't see what you just did? The
Oh
Mari?
yeah, they saw the Murray thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I need to find out. Okay.
Yes, my friend wants to, because he hasn't met you yet, so
Oh, okay, that's cool.
I'll introduce you to.
Oh, how long? He's wanting to know how long we've known each other. Like, it'll be a year in July.
Yeah, time goes by fast. Oh my god.
I can't believe that.
Yep.
I don't know. Like when we met, it was like we were just going into each other's rooms, and like there was just something we just clicked, and like we've been friends ever since, and just got closer and closer.
Now we like Skype all the time, and now we're doing streams. don't know if you hear all the cars. I'm sorry. It's like it's loud inside and it's loud outside. It's just there's no.
As I said before,
Not like my home.
Furry drug us to Walmart on his scooter.
Oh my god.
I know. Okay, I'm gonna. I hate for people to see this. There. Hopefully it moves. So, hopefully that didn't give anybody too much information. Oh, wait, is he? Okay, he moved and I didn't see it. I've got a barb for just a second. I'll be right back. Oh,
Okay.
my ears. You can serenade him or something.
Oh god, no. I don't even know what they're saying. I'm just sitting here. But yeah, I don't know what to talk about because I don't know anyone. I can't see what's being said, so. Or where she. I don't even know what's going on. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
I didn't really say much. I was like, I can't see anything, so I don't know what's going on.
Aww. He's not feeling good.
Who?
Raven.
Oh no. Oh, how sweet. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm like really big on Instagram and stuff, and not big, like I mean like I'm on it all the time, not like popular wise. I'm on Instagram too much. But there's this one artist that I really love, and they wanted to send me a print for being so great, I guess. And let me send it to you so you can see it. It's so cute. I love it, and it's totally me. I'm like,
I totally. Oh, fail.
I'm like kind of fangirling right now because I love their art. Okay, hold on, let me send it. I can't pronounce their name, so.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
But here, yeah, I'll screenshot it so you can see.
Okay. Holy. Ooh, I love that. Let me see.
Yes.
Let me make it bigger so everybody can see.
That's the print they want to send me, and I'm just like, oh my
Oh my god, that's awesome.
right?
I love that.
And then
You're so
here's what
lucky.
their Instagram looks like, so you guys can
I
check it
really
out.
don't understand what he's talking about. I know he's no success yet.
I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of zoned out. Let me see. I just did the what face. Like, I don't know what's going on.
He's referring to the Puppet Master.
The movie? Because I love that
Yeah,
movie.
he's in the thing. Okay, Okay.
Oh wait, no, he's watching us?
Is he? I don't know. Is he watching me? Are you watching us?
Let me ask. That'd be so funny.
Oh Jesus.
As the cars and motorcycles and all that shit in the background. Okay.
I'm like losing my voice. Oh, that is cool. See, I love that kind of stuff.
Are you looking at the screenshot of the Instagram?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get him the Twitch stream thing.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get on my phone to read what he said. I'm not pulling that up because I saw part of what Raven just said, and I'm sure he doesn't want the whole world knowing that.
Oh god.
Yeah, he thinks that the ham he ate is bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, like it didn't. It did not sit well. Like I thought maybe his nerves, cause he cut,
Right.
So I'm hoping maybe it's just nerves. It's not, cause I kind of scared him a little.
Food poisoning's not fun.
No, it's not. So I'm hoping it's just his nerves where he got upset earlier. So.
Go back inside.
Oh my god.
Everyone's inside.
Okay. Stupid.
You guys
phone.
might hear my family.
It's so
I don't know.
good. Oh good. Oh good.
Oh, I guess everyone left.
We ran them off with my big booby shake.
I don't know. Did everybody leave? It's only 6. Huh. Well, it's quiet again. That's good. But I am going to burb really quickly. I need to use the restroom.
It's your turn now. First I
Yep,
did, and then you did. Let me do a song and dance. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do a song and dance. I might hurt somebody's eardrum. I don't know. I'm gonna spy his profile card because I can. I'm totally ignoring the. Oh, his is so simple. At least his profile picture is cute. Ah. You like people talking to you? Yeah, I don't blame you for that. Like, I actually had someone come in today and was like, "Here, I'll pop my profile card up for those so they can read it because I'm kind of goofy. I have a really odd sense of humor, and like, in case you can't read, I'll read it to you. It says." She's both hell and goddess all in one, evil in the sweetest ways. There can only be one Emily. She is my third boob. I am owned. He is my heart. Please don't bother asking and on the cool level. And let me express that Emily is my other best friend. Dolly is my best friend, and then she's my best friend. And Emily is a goofball just like me. It's like having two of me. We even have the same birthday. So, like, there was an incident where somebody came in and their name was Emily, and they were like, it was like a really weird kind of creepy thing, and I was like, there could only be one Emily, and then we have an inside joke about her being my third boob. And then Dolly's little inside joke, it was a conversation that we had. It was either today or yesterday, and she kept referring to things on the cool level, so that's her inside joke on there. And like, it had people coming into the room just to laugh about my profile card, so they thought that was hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I know it's funny because I understand it, but I don't think people I don't know they're not going to understand that. I wouldn't think they would anyway. Of course, I don't know.
What's going on?
I was talking about my profile card.
Wait, is Kiki back?
No, is she in the call?
Oh, I thought she was for a second. Oh.
I don't know. Scuff's doing something weird. So it's
you
like,
know the guinea pig that has the like cyst on her? I can't
Yeah.
find it, but she's shedding a lot, which has me worried, and she's trying to hide it. Like, I went to go pet her, and she kind of ran away. Like, because guinea pigs, when something's wrong with them, they try to hide it as long as they can.
Yeah.
It's part of the wild instinct. And I don't know. I'm worried.
Poor little thing. Just keep an eye on her and stuff. Poor little guinea pig.
Yeah.
Oh, and he is watching the stream now, so you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about his profile card. That's why we got started on the profile cards. I mean, I don't think. I mean, do you? I mean, is it Zane? Is that how he pronounces his name?
I think so.
Is that how you pronounce your name, Zane? Let me pull up the chat thing. I wish it would just stay open. It should be able to. Why is that not opening? There.
Yes, that's how you say it.
Okay. So, Zane. Okay. So, yeah, like, I mean, do you think that my profile is funny, Zane? I mean, I thought it was weird.
It reminds me of that one powder that you mix with water, like Tang.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I love that stuff.
I used to love that. The orange flavor, whatever, is so good.
They changed like the formula or something. It's not as good as if you'll bring me one.
Yeah, I loved the Country Time lemonade mix and the Tang when I was a kid.
Oh, I still love Country Time. Like, I
So
stockpile
good.
it. Like, they'll have it on sale. Like, buy 10 for $1 or something like that, and I buy it. Like,
What?
I stockpile it. Yeah, our grocery store does. Like, especially like during the summer, like the first of the summer or the end of the summer, they'll do that. Thank you, baby. Oh, you brought me two? That's sweet. Thank you. I have such sweet kids. Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I love Country Time. Have you tried the pink lemonade?
I think I've tried pink and the original lemonade.
Like, it's really good. It's really, really good. Like, I really like it. Like, oh, and Zane, you missed, like, the Big Booby Shake and, like, the Troll.
The Troll, Abby,
the Troll, yeah, that was freaking hilarious. I had, like, a weird little creepy baby, and it peed on Raven's leg. I couldn't stop laughing. It was so funny. I'm sorry. It just was fucking funny.
It was something.
Like, I didn't know it did that. I hadn't played with that. I didn't really realize it had actions till I went in and like I knew it danced, but I didn't know. I didn't know that it did that because it poops.
Like if you click on the baby, you can tell it like control it, kind of.
Yeah, and
Okay.
like it poops too. It like. So I'm so sorry about your rug, Dolly. Like I've totally
Oh, it's
ruined
fine.
it.
uh,
I hate Raven's not feeling good. Makes me pouty.
might be, it could probably just be
No,
emotions and
yeah,
mixture of food and yeah.
yeah, because I'm sure he's probably upset because we had a serious conversation and it can make you really nervous because the way things were said and like
Mhm.
I really care about him and I love him so
It'll
yeah.
be okay. Just
I
maybe he
only
needs rest.
yeah, and I only want the best for him. I mean, if something happens and he says that he doesn't want, that he's not happy, I don't want him to stay with me if he's not happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I love him enough to let him find his happy. I guess that's the
Right.
best way to explain it. Like I'll be
We're still
hurt. I'll
streaming,
be,
right?
yeah, we are. I
Okay.
would be hurt and I would be upset, but I would be okay as long as I know because I wouldn't want somebody to stay in something if they're not happy.
Exactly.
Like it doesn't matter how much you love somebody if they're with you and they're not happy, then they you can't you need to let go. Cuz
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
like
easy, but
and I know that sounds weird, but I'm not a selfish person and like oh, thank you. It just, yeah, I'm just not a selfish person like that, and I don't see love in like the shallow-minded way that most people do. Like,
mhm.
but like now when I was younger, it was different. I guess it's just where I've learned the hard way that you can't hold on to something that, like, you cannot like force somebody to be with you. You cannot alter free will. They either want to be with you or they don't want to be with you. You can't force it, and it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, holding on to something that's dead is worse than,
Yeah. Oh, it
being in the wrong
is.
relationship is worse than being alone.
Yeah, and he says he likes to be honest, and I wish more people in the world would appreciate it. Yeah, it's like I'm very upfront, and I'm not saying this like so. If Raven said, I'm not saying this because I don't love you. Like when I say that, I honestly love you, and it's like it's a real love. It's not some stupid goofy kitty. Oh, I love you, and I can't. You're mine forever, and you're just not gonna leave me. You're gonna have to stay with me, and like that person be unhappy for the because I hate seeing those like marriages and relationships where they've been together so long and like the one person is just holding on so tight and the other person feels guilty about it and that's the only reason they're staying and
I hate that. Yeah.
they're not happy.
I've been in that. I think that we both have been in something like that just
Yeah.
because, everyone goes through it.
Yeah, and it's just not something I want for. I don't want it for me, and I don't want it for anyone else. And it doesn't like I could be head over heels in love with someone, but if they don't want to be with me, I'm not going to make them stay. It's just
That's
not
right.
right. It's not the right thing to do. Like, yeah, yeah. I've had some really fucked up like relationships, so it could be really weird, but like Raven, if you're listen, I do love you. I just want you to be happy and like I understand everything you told me before. I totally get it.
We're just rambling.
Yeah, we're just rambling. It's all good though. People will get over it.
Yeah.
I think it's a good conversation though. Oh, did I tell you about one of the kids that's in our Discord group getting a hold of me today?
No, you did not.
Okay, so one of the kids that are in our Discord group that plays League of Legends. I think it's, yeah, that's how you play it. League. I'll just say that. Okay, he plays. Yeah, rambling is fun. He plays with us a lot, and like he does. And God love him, and he's probably watching this. He has some behavioral issues, so I do end up having to ground him a little bit from the Discord. Like I ban him for like 7 days, just like his mom would do him at home, because I'm crazy like that. But he had gotten a hold of me, and apparently his friends sister killed themselves. I think it's sister, brother. I'm not sure on that, so don't quote me on that one. But they killed themselves, and then the friend is wanting to kill themselves now. They feel like it's their fault. And like that's
awful. But 1 second, I know it looks like bad timing, but I'll be right back.
You're fine. You're fine. But like I feel really bad for him because he doesn't know how to help his friend. And like it's such a hard situation. Like it sucks. It really sucks. Yeah, like and the thing of it is like it's always hard, and the reason why I know this is because I've lost several friends to suicide. I've even lost a family member to suicide, and when people kill themselves, it's because their pain is so bad and it's so strong, and they feel like that's the only way to relieve that pain, and they feel that everyone would be better off without them. And like I also want to make it clear that I've also went through that thought process myself several times. I'd get in that dark place every once in a while. So I kind of understand it a little more. But it's hard to deal with, like, for the family members, and it's not anybody's fault. It's just some people feel harder than others, and it's overwhelming, and they just can't handle the emotions and the hurt that they have within them, because it's like a fight, and it's not just a mental thing. It makes you physically hurt. It's an undescribable pain, because not only do you mentally hurt, but you physically hurt. It's like mentally and physically having a bat being taken to you. It's the only way that I can describe it. And it's a pain that you cannot get away with. It doesn't matter what you take, what you do, it grabs hold of you and you can't get away from it. So, like, it is not their fault that their sibling killed themselves.
Yeah, no, I'm just tuning back in, but yeah, there's no one else's fault when it comes to suicide. It's the person who took their life. And you can't blame anyone else for that.
No, and when somebody does that, it's because there's so much pain that they just can't. They just can't deal with it anymore. And there are helplines, and there's a lot of places. If you ever get those thoughts, like, there are places and people around that will help you. So
that's right.
And if somebody tells you that they're suicidal, you make sure you tell, especially like you teens, like, and kids, like, you need to tell those friends' parents, like, as soon as they tell you, because it's really serious.
They're gonna hate you for a bit, but that it's better them alive and hating you than being somewhere else, you know?
Yeah, because when you're
They'll
young,
get over it.
Yeah, and when you're young, you're overly emotional.
That's right.
And you will do something stupid when you didn't really want to. So please, if you've got a friend and they're talking about suicide, please inform their parents. Let somebody know. Give them the suicide hotline number, because there are places and people that are going to talk to you about it, and that's just it. But it isn't anybody's fault. And yes, your friend's going to be depressed that they lost their sibling. I mean, it's extremely hard. It's something that when you have a family member kill themselves, it's hard to grasp and understand what happened. And it's normal that they're that depressed. But if they are depressed enough that they want to kill themselves, this is something that that needs to be told to their parents, because that would be even more devastating if they took their life as well. I mean, as a parent, the thought of that, that would destroy me. They'd have to put me in a nut house. So yeah, please tell their parents. They're going to hate you. They'll get over it, because once they get the help they need, they'll realize that you actually helped them. You were listening when no one else wasn't. Okay? So don't beat around the bush about that. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't second guess it. If you've got the feeling that you need to, as soon as it's said, you need to tell the parents. You need to inform somebody, let them know so they can get the help that they need.
Yep. You put it perfectly.
Because that's just scary. So, yeah. Now, what were we talking about? Relationships? I done forgot. I got on a totally different subject for you.
I don't even know. Last I heard was talking about Raven being sick.
Yeah, we're not going to go into that. I don't think he would be very happy with me going into his bad ham.
Oh, jeez.
So I won't do that. I won't embarrass him. Yeah. No. Like, everybody has weird, crazy relationships. So, and all relationships have up and downs. There's good and bad. There's no perfect relationship ever.
No, people need to get that idea out of their head. There's no such thing. There's always going to be flaws here and there, and what makes a great relationship is if you're able to work them out together instead of running away.
Especially.
That's how you know it's worth it.
It's true. And like long distance, if you do long distance like we do, like it's really hard, because you have to make sure that you put in time. Both you and then your partner are putting in time in order for them to work.
It's balls, but it's worth it in the long run. That's what I tell myself every day, because I have moments where I'm just like, oh, I'm so frustrated. But then it's like you think of the person and how much you love and care for them, and you're like, okay, it's going to pay off in the end.
Yeah. And oh, wow, Japan? That would be different. But, I mean, did you get to go visit? Like, because that would be an awesome visit. Like, because I've traveled other places in the world, like when I used to model, but I never. Oh, you did! I'm jelly. Jelly. They have such cool stuff.
I want to go there because the fashion scene. Oh my god, just the fashion and like all the cute, like
they
all
have
the cute
Hello
characters.
Kitty restaurant.
Yes.
A Hello
Kitty stuff is from Japan. Like all the cute characters. You ever notice that? Like the cute little kawaii little. God, I can't even go on. I can't. I'll go on forever.
No, like that. I love that stuff. Is he wanting to hop into Skype with us? Is that what you're asking? That's fine with me. I don't mind. Like,
just
like
whisper
Raven
it
can.
To Pixie.
Okay, Raven's. He's not really. He's sick. I mean, if Raven felt like it, I would want him to. Okay, get on too. But he's sick. I'm not going to bring up his message in him.
Yeah, just
he's sick. Poor thing. I feel so bad.
Just whisper Pixie, because I can't really do it on my phone because it's glitches, so that she can add you to the call. If that's okay with you, Pixie.
Yeah, that's fine. Hold on. Like, he might get upset with me, but I think I kind of, it's nervous. I don't know if he does like I do. Like, when I get nervous or upset, my stomach gets tore up like that and I get sick.
Yeah.
And I've been like that all day till I talk to him, so. Okay, I'm copying it and doing it.
I'm going to
How
leave my
do
market.
I, okay, I'm going to, okay, I found him. I'm going to add to the, okay, I'm adding you. You gotta accept it before I can add you into the call.
It's going to be a party. Silence. I can hear my soda like fizzing in the can. It's so quiet.
Oh my god. So, like, I was laid down for a nap, and like all of a sudden, like, I kept hearing this popping noise, and it was my Coke popping in the can.
Weird.
I'm such a slow typer. He probably didn't even see what I put in the chat. That's awful. I feel bad.
So I'm in the other market, the market we shall not name. And there's like 2 people I've never seen before in my life.
I'm totally nosing it. Yeah, and I'm nosing it on the thing. I don't give a shit.
You're such a rebel.
Honestly, I am. But here's the thing: it would be different if he had been a friend and done the right thing. It wouldn't have. I wouldn't be like this. And like, I feel like he's had more than enough chances to talk to me about it, and like, it seriously hurt my feelings.
It's never good to not do the wrong thing. I mean, not to do the right.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I mean, well, in
Mm.
this situation, it was something that was really serious, and it got downplayed, and I basically
Yep.
got bullied and attacked over it, and then the other person that was involved in the situation lied. So, like, and for some reason they believe her over me. I don't know why. I'm not, that's not my,
Some people in a situation like that, it's always easier to figure out who your real friends are and people who would never truly stand by your side.
Well,
That's right.
What really confused me is he seemed like he really liked me and liked hanging out and and I just how can you stand by somebody's side that's just not they're just not there for you? Like, I don't know. I just didn't see the other person as being there for him, and really the way that they treated me. I'm sorry, but if it was me and Dolly, and say, okay, we'll use you as an example. Say something happened and you needed to talk to Dolly about it, or Dolly told you something. It was something serious to you, or something serious that happened to you, and then she downplayed it and she kind of attacked you and accused you of lying.
Yeah.
And making this dramatic thing out of it, and that it's wrong and that it really did happen, like me, and I would not feel okay or right by letting her just do you that way. We're good friends. We're best friends. I would say, Dolly, look, that wasn't right, and you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, we tell each other what's up. Like, I told Pixie when you asked, am I being a bitch today? And I was like, yeah, just a little bit.
Like, and I'm okay
But
with that. I mean, I think that's
yeah,
normal in a relation, like in a friendship relationship. Like
honesty is
if you're
yeah.
in a friendship relationship and you feel like that you cannot tell the other person like how you feel about something that they've done or something that's going on, they're not your friend, and there's something wrong.
Yeah, that's true, and that's why I like to be very honest with people, and that's why I like to be very open when I talk to them, because if I have something to hide, well, that means I'm being underhanded, and nobody likes that.
Right, and see, that's how I saw it, and like, and I gave the person the benefit of the doubt because, like, Dolly had told me that they had been kind of mean to her, and I just thought, well, they're foreign, they're from another country, and people from other countries have a different mannerism in the way that they talk and they express themselves, and I know this because I've traveled to other countries, so so I just assumed it was that. And so I overlooked it when she was hateful and stuff with me. And then when this happened, I was like, oh, hell no. This bitch is crazy. She's a cunt. Like, what the fuck? Why would you think that that was okay? Like, is not okay. Like, it is not okay. And I'm not really going into detail. I'm sure they've heard this for the past couple of days anyway. They're probably tired of hearing it, like, in detail. It is not
Well,
okay, and it is not normal for somebody to stalk you online and
That's
saying
right.
I
Yep.
envy you, and then take it to kick. Like, they literally had to hunt me down to get my kick. Take it to kick, and then actually stalk me in real life to the point that I cannot live a normal life. Like, like, I was on Skype with Raven, my boyfriend that you met in the room, and they attempted to break in the window while I was on Skype with him. So he witnessed this. This is not something that was just made up.
oh no, I have no reason to doubt that, and to tell you the truth, is kind of backpedaling just slightly on the whole different culture thing and all that. I completely understand where you're coming from because, like, when I went to Japan, oh my god, that was a completely different world. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. But different culture altogether, including how they see relationships and everything. Oh my god. That right there is worth a novel.
Yeah, it's like a culture shock.
Yeah, but, me and Ayumi, that was the name of my ex, we dated each other online for about 2 years, and halfway through that, I asked her, hey, do you want to be with me and all that? And she said, I am not going to say anything, but I'm going to be in West Virginia in a couple months from now. I want you to ask me face to face like a real man. So I drove up to West Virginia and I asked her face to face, and about 1 year later, I flew over to Japan to be with her.
Aw, that's so
That's sweet.
sweet.
Thing is, call me a little bit of a sap if you like, but this is what I believe in, and that is if someone is truly worth your time, someone that you truly care about, someone you absolutely love, you love knows no boundaries, plain and simple.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that.
And I've done some pretty crazy things like flying halfway across the world and all that. And I have had people to this day say I'm nuts for doing that. But you know what? I can say I've been to Japan, and more so, I can say that I've done something that a lot of people could never say. It's one thing saying, oh, I'm dating someone 2 towns over or 1 state over. That's easy, but literally leaving your country doing basically kindergarten grade Japanese, going to Japan by yourself at the age of 24 and trying to get to Nagoya City from Tokyo, I mean, that is no easy feat. And, I made it happen. I mean, it took me some time. It took me a lot of me saying sumimasen and then asking for specific help on certain things. But, I gotta say the Japanese are extremely hospitable, and there is nothing like Japanese hospitality. Southern hospitality doesn't even come close to how friendly the Japanese people were. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, like I was on, oh God, here comes the story. Hey, all right. For the rest of the evening, if I go into a story, we're going to blame some random person for everything.
Okay. Well, as long as we have that clear.
Yes, yes. So, Dolly, it's all your fault. Anyways, you've been randomly selected.
Alrighty.
In all seriousness, so my first day in Tokyo, I'm trying to get to the Tokyo bus station so I can ride down to Nagoya Station, and I'm looking at the subway system for Tokyo. You'd imagine that's the simple little thing like what you see in New York. No, it looks like a freaking spider web. It's so elaborate. I mean, I could pull out a pencil and try figuring out how to get to the other side, kind of deal. So I have this dumbfounded look on my face. So I look over and I see this Caucasian woman with her son, and I go, okay, maybe they have some experience here. So I go over and I say, hey, do you know anything about this? And the woman starts speaking in Russian, and the boy says to me, we are Russian. And I'm like, oh, damn. And then at that point, this little Japanese man, I am 5'8", and this guy was 5'3", 5'4", black slacks, white, collared shirt, that kind of stuff. He comes over and goes, I heard you need help. I will help you. So he helps me get a ticket, and he puts me in this large herd of Japanese businessmen. They herd me into the subway train. They set me down, and I'm going, oh, God, this is like something I'd see in one of those anime horror flicks. So they sent me down, and they start asking me questions like, oh, what are you doing in Japan? Why are you here? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm here to see this girl and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, Japanese girl, very good, very good. Sugoi, sugoi. So, anyways, I get to my station, and they go, oh, this is your station, but we have assigned you a guide. I'm like, okay. So I step out and I'm standing there looking around, and I am not even exaggerating when I tell you this, but the 6'3" tall Japanese guy wearing a Hawaiian shirt or flip-flops and shorts comes to me and says, hey, I've been assigned to help you. How can I help you? And I'm like, bus station, please. So he gets me to the bus station. But, just the fact of the matter is, it is so hard to find, so much kindness condensed in such a small area in so many other places. I've been to Canada, the Caribbean, 49 states. It's, all of that. And yet, I have never ran into so much kindness in such a short period of time than when I was in Japan. And, that is something that I will never forget.
Well, I don't blame you. And when you go to other countries, it's not exactly like that. Like, I went to France. Like, I was in Paris. I think I was there for 2 or 3 days. I didn't really get to go around to a lot of places, but I remember we went out for a little bit. And if you do not know French, and it is not perfect French, they are very crude to you. They don't really like foreigners that much. So that was a very interesting experience, and you can get yourself into a lot of trouble really fast. And luckily, when I went to Sweden and Germany, I actually have family there, so it was a little different because I had people on. You know what I'm saying? It's just different.
I do.
Because you got family there, and when I went over for work with there, I didn't really get to spend time with them, but I did get to see them, and we went out to eat a couple places and stuff, and I loved the food. The food was wonderful and stuff, and I really liked it there. I would move there if I had the money. And like I went
Oh,
to, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, please continue.
Like it's beautiful there. I loved it. It's like it's just different, and their mannerisms and everything are a lot different. And then I did like London for a short period of time. I think I was there for like a day. I was there, I worked, and then I flew back. I didn't really get to talk to anybody or do anything for it. It was like an in and out photo shoot and then home. Horrible jet lag, I will say. It was it was not fun. I don't do good with planes. I'll just say that.
Imagine being stuck in a airplane for 13 hours, and
Oh,
the only thing that you have to watch is Korean in dramas and a couple 1980s movies from America that were B movies.
oh my God. That is, like I could see the torment now. Like
Well,
I don't think I could do that. I would be so sick by the time I got there. They would have to carry me off the plane. Oh,
oh God, I gotta tell you another story. I'm so sorry, and this is me skipping literally the half of the first half of the story, just so I can tell you about the airplane part. Uh, Basically, just a little backstory though. I was up at this point for 36 hours when I got to this point, and that was because I'm trying to get home, and trying to sleep on the bus full of high schoolers does not really help. So, anyways, I have this massive suitcase. I mean, I call it Godzilla because it's so massive. Uh,
I'm sure that cost a pretty penny to take onto the airplane.
well, actually, with the ticket I got and all that, I had a special, so I was able to, get in there. But I had a ton of Japanese antiques in it. For me, not to resell, but just for me, because I'm a antique nut. But anyways, this thing probably weighed 150 pounds because of all the stuff that was full. So I missed my first stop on the subway. No, let me rephrase it. I got off one stop early. There we go. So I had to go up 3 flights of stairs to get to the ground level, take a bus to the main airport area, and then the little stewardess that was there, I went up to her, and she says to me in her cute little Japanese voice, "How can I help you?" And I go, "I have one bag I need to check in." And she's like, "Okay." She looks at the bag. It's this really big bag. So she reaches over, presses this tiny little button, and next thing I know, I am looking at the Rock version of a Japanese man. He has came over, he picks up my suitcase with just 2 fingers, lifts it up, sticks it on the treadmill, and leaves it. And
That's weird. I'm sorry. I just don't imagine. And I know this is going to be so wrong, and somebody's going to get real upset with me for saying it, but that is not what I imagine. Like, when you say a Japanese man, I think of those little, thin, stick Asian men that are, like, as short as me.
Oh, there's lots of those.
Like, I just don't imagine these tall, big, muscular Japanese men. And I know that might offend some folks, and I'm sorry. It's just, when you've never been there and you don't know, you get those little movie theater, and I'm sure they probably do the same with us about how it is. They probably think we're all a bunch of dumb blondes running around over here. But, yeah, like, every time you describe them in that manner, being tall and muscular, I'm just like, wait, what? It's just, my mind cannot wrap my head around it.
I'll put it like this. For every one guy like that 6'3" tall guy, or The Rock as I call that other guy, for every one of those you run into, you probably run into 2, 3, 500 of those regular little Japanese guys you were talking about. So So, yeah, honestly, most of Japan is those really small Asian guys. I mean, Ayumi's father was shorter than me and had really big glasses. So, and I'm not trying to, be stereotyping here, but it's true. And welcome back.
Thank you.
Here.
Yeah, no, my sisters, they went to Walmart, right? And the Easter Bunny brought my nephew this lamb stuffed animal that's derpy but really cute looking. So my sister's like, I want that. So they went to Walmart. Just now she comes back and she's like, look what I got. And then she's like, an old lady said, oh, you found a lamb? And I'm just like, okay.
Oh.
Like, what? All right.
Us and stuffed animals, we're crazy. That's just all there is to it.
There's nothing wrong with a good stuffed animal. So, I really think you're going to like the rest of the story. So, anyway, so yeah, the little Japanese girl is like, hey, is there anything else? And I'm like, no, thank you. So I finally get onto the plane and all that, and I end up sitting in a middle seat. One side of me, I have this guy from India that decides to tell me his entire life story and then the life story of his 8 children. To my right, I have a guy from Taiwan that snored louder than a full-grown bull elephant in heat. So here I am sitting there, and the only movies that they have on the airplane are those stupid Korean dramas. So I'm just sitting there trying to, just trying to get some sleep, which of course I can't because I have 2 really loud noises on either side of me. So long story short, by the time I finally got to sleep, I had been up for nearly 4 solid days.
I couldn't. Oh Lord, that would be horrible.
Well, the crazy thing was, I was going to a really big convention the day after I landed back home, and I didn't get any sleep that night. Not because of time zones, but because, it's like I was going to set up a booth for my online business, and next thing I know is the 2 yahoos that was supposed to do all the flyers and the poster board and everything for me were like, wait, we were supposed to do that? So I spent my entire night doing all that, and that was insane.
That would have to suck.
It really did. And when I finally got to the hotel room the following night, I just looked at everyone that's with me, and I basically said, in short, do not wake me up for any reason whatsoever unless it is an absolute emergency. Otherwise, I will cut you up and feed you to the neighborhood dogs.
What?
It's a Venture Brother reference.
Okay.
But needless to say, no one bothered me. In fact, I don't even think anyone made a noise to disturb me. I woke up nice and early the next day, and I'm like, hi guys, how are you?
That's how I am, though, like, before I have my coffee, like, please. And it's like, I don't know what it is with people, like, they just, it's like right before you have your coffee, they're just, like, up in your face. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just around the wrong people or what, but, like, it's like, let me have my coffee first, please.
I have never drank a cup of coffee in my entire 28 years of life.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thank you. The only thing I do drink, though, is tea.
Okay, that's good.
And believe me, when I came home from Japan, I had about 6 pounds of Japanese tea.
Wow.
That lasted me almost a year. Now I look back. But, anyways, hopefully I have not dominated the conversation.
No,
you're fine. No.
Somebody by the name Poopy Face wants to be my friend.
Oh my God! I wish that there was a way for you to show the card and
Can I send a picture to you to Skype and can you do that?
We can do it that way. That way they can.
All
'Cause
right.
I just love.
Wait.
I'm sorry. I just love profile cards and the retardedness that they have.
I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of those, and tell you the truth, for the longest time, I pretty much had a list of my interests on it, but then I decided, you know what? It really sucks when I try having a conversation because whoever I talk to pretty much knows already what I like, so that kind of defeats the purpose of having a conversation. Or maybe I'm just nuts.
No. All right, I'm gonna send a picture of it. I took it with my camera phone because
It's
I'm on my
fine.
phone.
I just want to see.
Hey.
Like, why would you? Oh, I've got a real good one that tried to add me, and I'll read it to you. Like, oh my god, stupidly, like even the profile picture. I'm like, really? Like, we're doing that? Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Open up.
Let's take a look here. Poopy face. Okay, this guy looks like a retard.
His interests are yes.
Okay, so guess what? He likes being mauled by a bear. Yes, he likes to wear
Insert
makeup.
comment here, like. And what is the deal with all these
So
British
catchy.
ones? Like, okay, what does it say? When did they make their account?
Oh, I don't know. I deleted it already, but it had to be before less than a year because they would have popped up if it was a year or more.
Okay, it says
That is-
8. It says 8 years on this, but I can't see the date on this side. Yeah, it's like single, straight, and chatting. Like, this so does not make us want to add you. Like, I don't understand this at all. Okay, I'm going to read you the one that I got. Okay. It's kind of goofy. Okay.
I bet you better make me laugh here.
Tidus. I think it's how you pronounce Tidus.
What the?
Like, the picture's priceless. I'm just gonna say that. And I'm sorry. I'm not bullying. I'm not being mean. But that would not be a picture I would be putting on my profile. I'm sorry. God love you. I just.
What picture is it?
I don't. Like, this. Get somebody to help you with your selfies, cause. Yeah. Like,
Selfie game is weak.
shoot, my selfie game is weak. I take some shitty selfies, so don't feel bad about that. So bad about the shitty selfies.
I used to be so good at selfies. Now I just kind of like want to hide my face because I'm not as cute as I used to be.
Oh, whatever. That's bullshit.
It's so true. I used to be so photogenic.
Oh,
No.
I don't know
my
what
God,
happened.
this guy looks like you.
Okay, this is his. It says act your age, be a decent person, and then it says fantasy, love, anime, U.S. games, maga. Is that how do you pronounce it? I never pronounce it. Maga, or it's just
Manga or manga or whatever.
Yeah. CA, which I'm assuming California, Cancer, California, Japanese dancing, Riku,
Oh.
Yana. Japan,
I know.
RPGs, United States, California, gaming, Final Fantasy, USA, trance, clubbing, DDR, step, mana, and I don't know, and some electronica thing. I don't know. Single, straight, other, and his badges are kind of odd.
Alright, all I'm gonna say, my first remark is he is an otaku. That's all I'm gonna say. Otaku! Oh, otaku!
I'm not even like. But no, he added me. I don't know what it's AP. I don't know what room that he decided that was. Like if it's your lounge that he added. I mean, I've had so many weird things. Like, okay, today I have had nothing but people coming in and parking on the sub pillow next to me naked.
Yeah, I've noticed that all day, and I'm just
Hey, that just means you're popular.
because usually
That's not the kind of
like
popular
in
I'm looking for. I'm just gonna be very
Yeah.
specific with that.
I have a horrible sense of humor.
No,
well, like
weird.
Yeah, and especially in lounges like that, because usually when there's a pillow, like, I mean, it's just common sense of where to sit if you're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
You're
And
into the scene.
in all sincerity, you are right.
Like I don't understand. And like I had like, oh, this really weird guy. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure. I think it was a dummy account. It's somebody's extra account that they made, and I think I know who it
Oh
was.
no.
I mean, they just dropped too many. It said too many things that dropped. It was like
Oh,
dropping
gave it
hints.
away.
I'm not giving it away.
No, they gave it away.
Well, yeah, they did. It was idiotic. Like, they had it set to where it said that they were in Florida, and, like, the other girl that was in there with me, it's a mutual friends of mine and Dolly's, or a friend in imvu, anyway. And, so we're, like, sitting there, and we're talking, and they're being kind of odd, and she was talking about her work and how she just got off work and that she was going to eat her breakfast and then go to bed before her next shift or something like that. The conversation was going in that direction. And her profile card says she's in Antarctica, but we know that she's in Florida. Okay, so she's on the same time zone as me. And, like, she was saying that, and he goes, well, it's evening here. And I'm like, you're in Florida and it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I was like, you should be on the same time zone as us. And like, he was like, no. And it took him a little minute, and he was like, oh, I'm in India. And I was thinking, India wouldn't be evening there either.
Oh.
Yeah, you're quite right on that one.
Like,
but
I'm like way off on that. And then like the mutual friend of mine and Dolly's was like, well, maybe he's talking about future Florida, but like it would be evening in the place where the person I think that it was lives. So yeah, that was quite interesting. And it's not that we had somebody else on another account do that. Like, don't obviously, like, if you're going to troll us, that's fine. But at least try to keep it to where I'm not going to recognize that it's you.
Yeah.
Like, and just so we're clear, I'm better with computers than I let on. So I can figure out who it is. So, like, so it's really useless to try to troll me. Like, if you want to obviously talk to me, talk to me. Don't troll me. You're just going to piss me off. I'm going to get where I'm just don't want anything to do with you. Because it's creepy as fuck. Like, don't do that. It's not cute.
Sorry, I just found these bottoms that say, fuckalicious on them.
wow.
You choked me up.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Are they in shop?
I just sent the picture of it. Yes,
Oh,
they are.
Cute.
They are cute, actually. Like, I don't think I'd have anything to match with them.
Oh, no, that's cute.
They're adorable. I like them.
Dolly, does Pixie here know about my own interests? Or
About, you might have to tell her.
Oh.
I told her a little bit about you. I was like, oh yeah, he likes crystals too, and all that stuff. And I don't know. We thought you might have been a weirdo at first, like trying to pretend to be someone else, just because that wouldn't be the first time. So I was like a little hesitant, but then the more we started talking, I was like, oh no, he's a real person. Okay.
Well, yeah, as I said earlier, I just like to be a real and honest person, and I'm just glad you gave me the chance to prove myself.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I try to think positive.
Well, yeah.
Although at times it can be really hard.
Well,
yeah.
well, hey, that's where a good hug comes in.
Yeah.
Right? So, but
Hugs all around.
hugs all around. And real quick question to you, Pixie. You say you're on the Eastern Seaboard time zone. What state are you out of, if you don't mind me?
Tennessee.
Oh my God, I'm in Georgia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, very cool. Well, I actually have a lot of family up in Tennessee, but anyways, yeah, well, that's cool. So, but anyways, yeah, I don't know everything that Dahlia, right? Did I say that right?
Dahlia.
Yeah, Dahlia.
Yeah.
Normally I'm
You
good.
did
Okay. Yeah, Dahlia. I don't know what all she's told you about me, but I mean, me and her does have quite a few, very similar interests. Like one thing I do like is the whole dollification stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've not even talked about that on stream yet, Dolly.
Oh God, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm horrible when it comes to
Oh
explaining things.
bullshit! No, you're not. Why do you
It's really
always
simple.
say that?
It's
Yeah.
true though, but it's like if people are like, what does it mean? I'm like, it's just somebody who likes to dress like a doll, act like a doll, and be treated like one. And it's
It's absolutely
subcategory.
freaking adorable, if you ask me.
Yes. And I gravitate towards more Lolita fashion, and the Lolita fashion's kind of what helped me discover dollification. So
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know what else to say.
And as you know, Pixie, from looking at my card, I also like bimbos, so.
Well,
Yes,
yeah, like
you missed it.
oh god.
Yeah. Well, that's been an interest of mine since I was like, 12, 13 years old, so it's been like something that's been with me
It's more
for.
popular, yeah, than people would realize.
It is, and I mean, I've told you before, or that I used to write some stories in the past about that sort of stuff, and I'm actually thinking about getting them drawn out as comics.
Oh, that would be so cool. And it's like it's fresh too. Like I've never seen a comic like that before.
Well, tell you the truth, I mean, I love doing all sorts of comics. I mean, I've done a number of comics in the past. I mean, I hire an artist. I do the writing. But
Yeah, see, I write books.
I'm
not big on comics. Like I can't write comics, but I can write books. So, like I'm working on one now.
Oh, that's cool. I've been working on my own original sci-fi series for a while, but it's an on-off thing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, very cool. But anyways, yeah, so we all have our own little particular interests in life.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion.
No. And like I'm a doll, but I'm strange because I don't like the the overly girly stuff. Like I guess I categorize it in my own category because I'm a fairy doll is what I categorize mine as. Like
Nothing wrong with that.
a changeling fairy doll, which means I can take form of however I feel when I feel it.
In fantasy, I love changelings, so that's totally cool.
Yeah. So that's what I categorize myself as because I have like tons of different forms that I take and like yeah, and each one has its own little personality. Like this one. This is one of my newest ones. So far it's one of my favorite.
All right, very cool, very cool. Well, I don't dress up like a doll, nor am I one of those guys that's like, I want to be a bimbo. I'm not one of those people. No, I'm more on the lines of, I've trained a couple girls before that wanted to become a bimbo. I mean, nothing professional or anything. It was just, like a little 6-month ordeal with each of them, and that was real interesting, really fun. But I do it again. I've never had the opportunity to be as what some people in the dollification community would call a doll maker. I've never had that opportunity. So, just saying.
Do you know that I've never met one? I've never met one.
Oh,
Never
wow.
met what?
A doll maker.
Yeah, they're really rare to come by. Like, I do have a kick group where it's for dollification. We get a lot of weirdos, but there's one person in there, a few people who are interested in being a doll maker, and it's pretty interesting to talk about.
I would imagine the job of being a doll maker would be very similar to being a teacher for bimbofication. Just there'd be some modifications to the training process and the doll making.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, I always thought you either you kind of knew if you were a doll or not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like I've had dreams about it. Like before I even knew anything about BDSM or anything like that, I dreamed about being a doll, being dressed up, being collared, being leashed even. Like I viewed myself as a human pet for a while.
Yeah,
because,
it just kind of it's just kind of natural.
Yeah.
Like when I hear somebody talk about a doll maker, I'm like, exactly what are they doing? Are they just taking a regular person and then converting them into a doll? Like,
Well,
sometimes.
if I may,
Yeah.
hey, of course, I'm going to be speaking from the bimbofication side of things just because I haven't had the experience of being a doll maker, but I feel that the two have very close similarities. They're almost like cousins. So from my perspective, from the girls I have dealt with, a lot of them has always gone down the route of, I've always felt like, my purpose in life is being a bimbo for XYZ reasons, whether it's, as some like to put it, being a toy for guys, another being for, having dreams about being giggly and airheaded, so on and so forth.
I'm sorry, that just to me it tickles me because it's kind of funny. In a way, I don't know. I mean, I'm not into. I'm not making fun of it because it's just not something that I'm into. So
it's fine, and it's always here's how I look at it. It's always good to have an open mind and all that, and I'm trying to answer your question using what I know. And on the whole training thing and all that, you may say, "Oh, I believe I was born to be a bimbo," and all this other stuff. The fact of the matter is, though, where the training comes in is you literally have to erase a lifetime of certain standards, certain ways of doing things. Just basically breaking people of habits. And on top of that, one big difference between dollification and bimbofication, however, sometimes it can kind of wash over from one to the other, is bimbofication, for the most part, requires, lots of modifications. Meanwhile with dolls, they're not as much from my understanding. Basically.
And let me ask this, like in bimbofication, like, and are you talking about doing it as in like in the imvu, in the game, online, or in real life?
I've actually done it twice in real life.
Okay, but doesn't that require like a lot of money and like actually paying for boob jobs and stuff?
Well, here's the thing, it works up to it, and one thing I make very seriously clear about how I do things is, this is not you come to me, you bat your eyes, give me a quick BJ, and I pay you.
Oh my god, that was so out of the blue.
No, hey, look, I said I'm honest, so here I am.
No, I love it. That's why I'm laughing. That like.
It's true though. Get down. Yeah, that's just. Oh my.
Well, but anyways, So back to what I'm saying is there are a lot of gold diggers out there. However, there are also quite a few girls out there that are actually sincere. And when I mean sincere, I'm not talking about taking your money because there's plenty of those types.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the girls that, they are actually truly interested in you and they want to be with you more than just for your money. And that's actually one thing I am very much interested in that sort of relationship. And I was, for a period of time, dating a girl named Rosie that really wanted to become my personal bimbo, me mold her into my image of perfection. Unfortunately, she disappeared around Valentine's, and honestly, it's just gotten to a point where it's like, she's either dead or she decided that she just wanted to just ditch about 6.5 months of commitment down the drain. But anyways, just with the other two girls that I have helped in the past, with them, they were more or less around the lines of, we aren't asking you for money, but we would like for you to help kind of guide us and point us down the right direction. So that's what I did, because they asked me nicely and they made it clear that they weren't after my money. They weren't interested in being with me forever, but they were interested in my guidance, and that's what I did for them.
Well, I mean, they're being honest, so, like, I understand that. Like, as long as you're being upfront, I don't see... Yeah, and everybody's in an agreement. So the doll maker, because we're going to go back into the doll maker thing. So a doll maker does that kind of thing, but they're doing the dollification, like the outfits and clothes and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. I would imagine so. I mean, I'll be honest, Dolly here actually has more experience with dolls than I do. I mean, actual hands-on experience. Me, I like the idea of dolls. I like the idea of dollification and all that other stuff. I just haven't gotten my feet wet truly in that area, if that makes sense.
Right.
So, but I would imagine, to answer your question, yes, I would imagine that would be the correct answer.
I mean, like, here's my... With dolls, it can be so different, and, like, it's just hard to, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I just see... I mean, like, the outfits, I can understand. But, and, like, personality, I guess. I don't know, because I just naturally have that personality. So, I don't understand, like... that concept of it when it comes to that. Please don't crash.
There are so many types of dolls. Oh, it did?
Yeah, it froze on me.
But
I can't say hello or anything.
Oh, I'll take care of it. Get the hell out of here. Anyways, and
I've had people come to me that be like, I'm overweight. Can I be a doll? I'm like, yes, you can be a doll. There's dolls come in many shapes and sizes, colors, whatever, anything you can imagine, especially nowadays. So anyone can be a doll. It's based off of your imagination. And people say, how does a doll act? Well, your imagination comes to play when it comes to that, because you can't really observe a doll because they're inanimate objects. You have to use your imagination, Does that make sense?
Yes, it really does. And I will say, one thing I absolutely love about dolls is the Lolita fashion being included.
Yes.
Porcelain
doll.
I love Lolita on dolls. That it just makes them drop dead adorable. And frankly, I've been to a few Lolita conventions, and it's just one of those cases where it's like, oh my God, they're just absolutely gorgeous. And, I mean, I've dealt with a few people, even dated one girl that actually has made Lolita costumes. I have dabbled with sketching out designs for Lolita myself before. You've seen one of my images is Dahlia.
Yes,
Of course, not one of my
I have.
best pieces, but it is what it is.
No, it was pretty good. Like, better than what I could draw. Oh, geez. I have so many ideas for Lolita dresses. It's not even funny. Like, in my head, just dreaming of this stuff. Oh, God.
I'll tell you what, Dahlia. If sometime in the future you feel comfortable, Skype me or something and tell me your ideas, and I'll see if I can do something out for you.
That'd be really cool. That'd be fun.
It really would, absolutely. And the thing is, I like doing nice things for people because I like to believe that it's a lot nicer to be a good person than I don't give a damn.
That's good. There's very few people out there who are that way, who are just genuinely nice and want to actually be there for people, because what you put out into this world comes back to you, and I believe in that 100%.
Yes, very much so. It's very much so.
Absolutely. Hey, Dahlia, remember that autistic girl I told you about when we first met?
Yes.
Well, her and her mother, I ran into her earlier today. I meant to tell you. And this was at the Renaissance Fair, and the girl still had her mermaid tail and all that, and she was wearing it.
Dolly had told me that story, and that is so sweet.
I did.
Well, here's the crazy thing.
I couldn't help it.
Oh, he so has to tell this story so everybody else can hear this, because it's such a sweet story.
All right. And then I'll tell you what happened with today's interaction. So, all right. For quite a few years, we had this mother with this autistic girl, daughter, that would come in, and we'd get to talking sometimes and all that. But one of the things I found that was really interesting was the daughter loved mermaids and always wanted to be a mermaid. But, unless you use Disney magic, fake, that's not going to happen. So I ended up making her a mermaid sock, where basically it's like a blanket or a quilt where you bring it up over your legs, and you'd look like a mermaid.
Yeah, I actually, my youngest, I got him one, but it wasn't because he wanted to be a mermaid. He wanted to be a bubble guppy. So
there is nothing wrong with that, and tell you the truth, I waited for some time for the mother and her daughter to show back up, and when they finally showed back up, I put out the box and said, "Hey, your daughter forgot this last time she was here, or she needs to take it." So she opens up the box, and here's this mermaid tail, and
Aww.
it really means a lot when you see such a innocent girl, even with autism, cry because she is so happy. And, it's like, oh my God. And, like I said, she was wearing the mermaid tail because, I was at the Renaissance Fair, and, she was sitting with her mom at one of the tables and benches, and she was wearing it because, oh my God, from what I understand, she wears it everywhere she goes, whenever she gets a chance to sit down or whatever. I mean, she loves it. And, the mother told me thank you again and asked, how the business was and all that. And, I talked with her and said it was all going good and all that. But anyways, I got to go and, get myself some lunch. So, just on the whole thing with Karma is the girl's mother, bought me lunch, and I told her, hey, look, you didn't have to do that, and she said, good things should come to good people. And you know what the crazy thing is? That's the exact same thing I said to her when her daughter opened up that box and she asked me why I did that. So, you know, that really touched me. It really did. And I'm actually getting a little misty-eyed right
Yeah,
now.
it's okay.
Well, you, you know, I mean, you know what's funny, and I just kind of got to get this off my chest, and this is not aimed towards anyone in particular. It's just there are so many people in this world right now that just doesn't really give a flying rat's ass about anything, and it really upsets me, and it really does, because like I'm going to use the BDSM community on FetLife as an example here. And what I mean by that is dollar. Sorry, I'm still misty-eyed about it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
sorry. Like, I
no,
just
no,
thought
no,
it was a
it's
really
fine. It's
sweet
fine. It's fine.
story.
Well, it's fine. If you really want to hear me bawl, though, just ask me about my incident with the bonfire when I was 13. That's a horrible, horrible story. But anyways, just back on the whole thing with FetLife is what I absolutely hate about that website is, you know, I have met quite a few very nice, you know, submissive, you know, girls that are on there, and you know, they're really new, you know, they're very green, they're trying to get into the lifestyle and all that, and I have talked with a number of them, and they tell me how I'm, and pardon me for using this term, but I'm the only real nice guy they've been talking to, because every other person that has been messaging them has basically been like, submit to me now, bitch, and you know, other crap like that. And
Oh, I hate that. That is like a pet peeve. And I have been in the lifestyle for a very long time, and I'm not going to go into exactly because it's a long time. And like way before IMVU, I only got into the lifestyle on IMVU back in July. It's not something that I came out to. It was something I kept very private. But real life, I have dealt with a lot of that, and IMVU, it's like 5 times worse. But I cannot stand the way that some people use FetLife, the lifestyle in general, and they do that. Like, that is not how this works. That's not real lifestylers don't act like that. That's not normal. It's not acceptable, and
Yeah.
it's not normal. It's just not how we are.
oh, absolutely. And one thing I really hate is like, there's kind of like this stupid, almost double standard lifestyle on FetLife that I've noticed, where, you know, if you're going to be a dominant, you got to be this really strong, tough guy that doesn't even say sorry or anything. And I'm going, you know what? That's fucking stupid, because every person is a human being.
Yeah.
And you know, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, if I take my cat Nine Tails and you know, I whip a submissive on the butt, of course, with her okay with that, because you know, it's all about what's okay and
It's
what's
consent. Like, in the lifestyle, the key is consent, and this lifestyle is not the way it is portrayed in movies, on film. Yeah, it's bullshit. Yes, that is
it
not
really
how it
is.
is. It is consent, and I want to be clear on something, because for those of you that are watching this and they're not really familiar with the lifestyle, submissives are actually the ones that have the control. So the subs, the slaves, whatever title that we have as a submissive, we are actually the ones that are in control, not
That's
our
absolutely
owner.
true.
Not our owner.
That's absolutely
We
true.
we have rights, and we make it clear what we want and what we don't want, what is okay and what is not okay. And it's all agreed upon and talked about ahead of time and as we go along, because you do as a person grow when you're in a relationship like that. So it's something that you clearly state. You got to be real clear about, the cans and can'ts of what you want and don't want. So I don't want people to get the idea that and so I am a submissive and I am owned. So and it's very clear what is okay and what isn't okay within my relationship. And I want to stress that my dom is not like he's not aggressive. That's just, I mean, he doms, but he's very loving and caring. It's not, and every dom is different, and each person likes their own kind of dom. And I've been from one scale to the next scale. So, it just depends, and it depends on the person, the situation, the relationship, in general. So,
Absolutely true, and that was very beautifully said, and that's how it should be. However, there are a lot of idiots out there that think it's all about puffing out your chest and beating it.
like a baboon or a gorilla.
Yeah, like a baboon. Hey, quick joke for you. Speaking of baboons, what do you call a group of baboons?
Oh, God. I've heard this one. I don't remember how it goes, but I've heard it.
A group of baboons, and this is true, everyone, is called a congress. So, 5 points for Gryffindor. Anyways, in all sincerity,
we're nerds when we're quoting Harry Potter.
yes, I'm also a really big Star Wars nut and a big Lord of the Rings fan. So there we go. Bada bing, bada boom.
That was a good one.
Yeah. So, but anyways, just back to the whole thing is, I really like being myself and just being a good person. And, I have had a lot of hurdles I've had to go over because, there are a lot of very stupid people out there that, has taken me, they've tried to take me to the cleaners, if you know my terminology there.
Yeah.
They've tried to, they like to think I'm stupid. And yes, sometimes my kindness does get the best of me, but, here's the thing. I have been burnt a few times, so long story short, it's one of those cases where it's like, hey, baby, we've only met for 3 hours. Could you send me some money so I can pay a bill? Go fuck yourself.
That's a little different. Like, and I'm sure these girls that you've met, like, and I want to say this, FetLife is a good website to somewhat get some information. It is not, I do have an account on it. I do not use that account. It is not where I would go to be meeting a proper dom and or sir. It's just not, yeah. And I go about things differently. Like most people, like especially on imvu, it's but we want to do a trial, and no, I do it the old school way. Like, you will court me or you're not getting anything at all. This is not going anywhere. And I'm just I like to make that very clear. You need to court me. I need to make sure that this is a correct pairing, because there's more to it than just the play part.
Well, exactly. And again, you're very, very much correct in my personal opinion. I know there are some yahoos out there, or that lives in their mother's basement, that would probably argue that, but that's their stupidity. So,
well, be very wary of the doms that are doms, daddies, whatever, that are really young, because they really don't know what they're doing. Even imvu or wherever, they just don't. I mean, you have to learn the stuff. It takes a long time. You need to learn the skills and how to behave, what's acceptable, what's not acceptable. And it's
exactly.
It's it's not something you just go, hey, one day I'm going to go own this person. I'm going to be a daddy. I'm going to be a
No,
dom. It's
you know,
not like that.
earlier, yeah, I was telling you how, like, people can't just be like 18 and be like, I'm a master. It's like, no, you have to earn that title. And there's so many people that are so misinformed nowadays about their lifestyle. It's scary. And I'm not like a professional. I just, I learn new stuff about it every day. And you gotta go with the right flow. You can't rush it. And there's so many people that are trying to rush it. It's scary because even minors are trying to take part of it, and it's just it's scary out there, guys.
That scares me. It scares me that underagers are saying, "Hey, I want in this lifestyle," because here's what this does, especially here in America. It actually fuels human trafficking by them doing this because they and they are viewing things in a brainwashed state, and it's usually the Gorian view. Yeah, I'm gonna call you out because Gorian is not the lifestyle. Y'all are a bunch of fantasy fucks. Sick fantasy fucks. That's just not how it is. I'm sorry. That's just not the lifestyle. Gorians are not lifestyle. You're going off of a book based off of a fantasy novel from like the fucking 60s. Like,
yeah.
Why would you think that that is the lifestyle? That book was written to be made into a movie. It was not written for you to make attempt to make a lifestyle out of it, brainwash girls, and like treat them like shit. Like it's just not. It's never been part of the lifestyle. It is not part of the lifestyle. It is a fucking fantasy book. Put the shit down and quit.
All right. First off, what I'm gonna say to you, Pixie, is you're awesome. Someone get you a beer.
Like, I mean, it pisses me off. I'm like, why are you? And we actually had this conversation. Like, it was in a room, and it was before the crazy stuff happened. Like, why would you think that like that Gorian would be the lifestyle? That's just not. And it's like was it yesterday that we had somebody in your market, and they were like, no, like there's a difference. Like slaves they do this, and this, and I want to say something. There are different terms for different things, and different people use different terms. And yes, I would be considered a slave. I do not use slave because a lot of people take that term into a very negative manner, and that's why I refer to myself as a house sub, not a slave. And it's a lot more people refer to it as house sub nowadays. It's like, but I am a slave. That is what I am. Like, and the difference is like, basically, and it's a domestic sub would be another word for it. Like, I take care of things 24/7, including the term and definition, the offspring, comes into play, and like that's just who I am and what I am, and I've always known that's what I was. Does that make sense?
It does. It really, really does. And I do apologize for interrupting.
You're fine. You're fine.
Well, thank you. Actually, remember earlier how I was talking about, doing comics and stuff?
Yes.
Well, while we've been talking, I've actually been working negotiations with an artist that wants to do my stories.
Ooh.
Yeah, let me link you to some of his samples he sent me. So.
Okay, do you care that link, like, that we, okay, everybody else sees it? Because I want... Okay, I want to make sure.
As long as they don't mind boobs and...
Oh, this is an adult, like... we get extremely out there. This is an adult stream, so... Oh, actually, he's a really good artist.
Yeah, and tell you the truth, I really like the art style, and I'm currently finishing up negotiations with cost per page and all that. But if it works out, I'm hoping to probably start getting some stuff out by this next month.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would really be awesome.
Yeah, and tell you the truth, I have actually thought about.
I would have to close out imvu, and then I don't know why it's doing this. I'm still froze.
I'm signing out of imvu myself.
I'm going back in.
Yep. But I will say, and Dahlia, I do blame you for this. You have definitely piqued my interest in dolls more than what I had initially.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to have my original character for the comic series, James Romeo, dabble a little bit in dollification.
Ooh, that's exciting. That'd be really fun.
Yeah, and he might actually take bimbification and dollification and actually merge the two together to create something completely new.
Wow, that's something I haven't seen before. So I say go for it.
Well, thank you. Just the only thing I will say is I'll probably go under a completely different alias because last thing I need is people in my non.
Oh, yeah, no, I have several pen names. I absolutely understand. So I use different pen names to write for different things. So, I completely understand. I understand. So, yeah. Nobody really, the people that read my blog, they don't want to know about my AOL news stories. Different audiences have different things. I don't want to bore people to death with one thing.
I hate boring people to death myself, though. Sometimes you get me talking about something I'm really passionate about and everyone else isn't interested in, and it's like, damn it, shut up.
Yeah, that's like me and crystals. I could go on and on and on about them. And
I'm cool about hearing you talk about crystals.
Well, yeah, because you like crystals too. But there's a lot of people out there who are like, "What's wrong with you? You actually believe these things? You can benefit from them?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude." And I'm not the only one. There's like a bunch of people. Just look at the internet.
See, here's the thing. People don't understand that, crystals are just energy conductors, and, they're working off the energy that you put off.
Well, here's something interesting. They figure that quartz crystal can actually hold a lot of data.
Yeah, it is. They actually, they made a computer using one. So it's been,
really?
Yes, and it's been proven, and it's just coming up with a cost-effective way because currently computers are so that the reason why computers cost as much as they do is because the microchips in them and stuff are made with gold.
And that is something I've known for some time.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well, you learn something new every day.
That's true.
Yep. Well, let's see here. Another really interesting thing is, I love getting my hands on quartz that's been shot through with gold. That is always a very rare find, but it is out there.
Wow.
Look that up if you get a chance on Google.
Quartz that's what?
It has gold in the quartz.
Wow, I've never heard of that. Is there a slang for it? Or is it just that's how it is?
I would imagine the slang term for that would be quartz and gold or gold quartz or something like that.
I think it's gold quartz. I've seen a couple of them. It's really rare to find, and they're not cheap.
They're not cheap, and I'm not going to say anything other than I know where to find some, and that's it. And I'm not trying to say this to sound like that cool badass, even though, whatever. No, I actually do mean it. I'm just not going to give out specifics.
Well, that's cool.
It is. In North Georgia, in the town of Delaga, they do have some gold quartz there as well, and that this is a different place than what I was talking about a minute ago, so I'm not a hypocrite. But they also have all sorts of other gems and crystals and lots of gold and
Yeah, it just depends on like the types of material or minerals that are in the area. As I cannot verbalize correctly. That was crap happy.
well, let's see here. So, good news, me and the individual has agreed on a price.
Oh, cool.
Yep, $50 a page. So, that would be more than within my budget.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I love owning my own business, so I can pay for things.
I understand. Trust me, I understand.
I'm sure you do. Actually, let's see here. Well, I'm one of the things I'm doing with my business is I'm actually trying to transfer some of my stuff over from overseas imported stuff to actual domestic produced stuff. So, it's been quite a challenge, and one of my problems I've been facing is actually finding fabrics and textiles.
Oh,
so
yeah, because in the U.S., if you get them made in the U.S., they're extremely expensive. If you import them, you can get them at so cheap that it's unreal.
But there's a problem with that, and that is if you don't have quality control on the opposite end, and this hasn't happened to me, thank God, but I have known other vendors that vends in similar things to me that has ordered like 10,000 yards of, like, we'll say green wool, for example, and when it comes in, it's this mustard yellow color.
Oh my God, that would be horrible.
Oh yeah, the person bankrupt 3 months later because of that. But long story short, I like being able to have quality control, and on top of that, I would like to have the ability of making the person that messes up the order accountable instead of them saying, haha, you're on the other side of the world. And there are there's actually one convention in the United States where they do the fabric conventions and all that, and that's actually in Nevada, in Las Vegas. That's not even a joke.
Oh, nudge, nudge, hint, hint.
No,
I had
nudge,
to do that.
hint.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that, hey, look, if I say like 3 months later or something, hey, this August I'm going to a fabric convention in Las Vegas, it's not me trying to be a creepy person or anything. It's actually me going out to do business and getting a manufacturer here in the United States.
So I'm going to be nosy because you've not said what your business is. So what exactly do you do for your business? Like, what is your business?
I manufacture historical props and costumes for the prop industry for film.
Ooh. Okay, so I had to be nosy. I'm sorry. I'm just like that.
Yep.
So that's really cool.
Well, thank you. And tell you the truth, I have actually been, I can completely go into super details on a lot of stuff, but it's just been a passion of mine, and I've been slowly working on this, and I have finally located myself a warehouse to start storing stuff in, as well as a retail warehouse as well for my more retail public side of the business, where people that do like historical reenactments and stuff will buy from me as well. So
Oh, cool.
it is just one of the biggest things that pushed me to go overseas initially was like if I wanted to like get this particular buckle made and all, and I called all over the country. I probably harassed about almost 200-300 different companies across the country, and they were all pretty much the same. It's going to cost $10,000 for the mold to use to manufacture, and then I'd have to order tens of thousands to make it worth their time. So I started looking overseas. So I looked over in China, and the problem I find with the Chinese is you give them any patterns, and 6 months later it's all over eBay, and you basically lose your pants. So then I went over to India, and that's where I've actually found quite a good chunk of my business partnership over there, because instead of like dropping $10,000 for a mold, I'm dropping $500, and I can have 50 of the buckles made, and they're not going to complain to me because of the significant differences in cost and price and all. But what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get the fabric related stuff done here, and meanwhile I have all my metal hardware made for me overseas. That way, I guess you could say it's a hybrid item. So
yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like I get what you're doing. Yeah. So I take it that like I mean, do you like sell your items to like the like movie studios and stuff? And I assume you do like to the theaters and stuff all over.
I haven't done like a massive solo thing yet, but I have provided a couple times, and I'm talking very small scale here, for things like The Walking Dead.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So, most of the other films I've done has just been very small, very independent type films where, they're kind of the type of films you really don't hear about or don't even make it onto, big screen movies. They just make it onto the Netflix movies or sometimes Sci-Fi Channel B movie. But honestly, hey, look, as long as they're willing to pay me, I'm not going to complain. They could do a movie about porn stars invading Mars.
Porn stars invading that.
Yes, and then the Great War between the dolls and the bimbos happened. My God, that would be a weird war. Either way, it doesn't bother me as long as I get paid in that sense, because, hey, I'm making money here.
I don't blame you. Like, yeah. and two, like any business has to start out small before they actually spread out and get big.
Yeah, and I will say this. Back in 2015, I had ended up losing my house, but that's a really long story. Basically, I showed someone kindness, and they just basically destroyed everything I had. I nearly lost my business at that point. I came literally within like an inch from bankrupting. That was how close I came. And thank God I have some wonderful family, because they have been letting me stay with them while I have rebuilt my business. And they've given me the means to, get back on my feet, which I am. And now finally this June, I'm moving into, and this is more of a rental thing, but I'm renting out a 1,000 square foot farmhouse that I'm moving into, and then I'm hoping in the next 2 years I'm going to finally have a house I can call all mine. So it's just been a very long exodus, I guess you could say.
Well, no, because everybody goes through phrases, things that happen to them, and you just got to pull yourself out of them and then like work your way back up. Like you can't just hop like right out of it and be able to, everybody has those bad times. It's what makes you who you are. Does that
Oh,
make
absolutely.
sense? Yeah.
Yes, it does. Why is Dahlia so quiet? Has she
We may have,
gone
we have maybe lulled her to
I'm
sleep.
here. I'm here. No, no,
She's
I'm
like,
just
she's
listening.
snoring, going,
No, 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 no. It's just because there's like noise around here, so like I mute myself every so often, so you guys don't hear it.
oh, I don't mind the noise. It can't be
Same.
any worse than Furry driving me on his scooter while I'm on Discord, like, and me hearing like the cop cars and the wind. And like all the people in Walmart when he got to the Walmart, that was awesome. And I was streaming while I did it. It was quite amusing.
Well, and I I do want to say this much, and this is just me completely being honest here, and that is I'm turning my attention to you, Dahlia. So brace yourself.
Okay.
Dang it, brace yourself. No, in all seriousness. Good, I made you laugh. I am, and I know I've said this many times, but I feel like it just needs to be said verbally because it needs to be said. I am thankful that we met. I am thankful that we are friends, and you really have been a good friend. So thank you.
Oh, wow. No, no problem. Thank you for your friendship. It's really nice to come across decent people nowadays because it seems so rare. So, especially on imvu, like you don't expect to,
Like,
Oh.
people, like, I don't know. You know, when I signed up for imvu, I really didn't. I didn't think people would be like they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I joined INVU back in 2007. Of course, if you check my little car thing, it says I joined like, what, 1 or 2 years ago? Thing is, my old account got destroyed. And I don't know why. I guess maybe I was inactive for so long, so they deleted it. I
Yeah,
don't.
because I've got an old one too from like 2007, and I can't get in it. So I just thought I forgot the email and password. I've tried to recover it, and I never could get it to work. So I just gave up and made a new one.
Let's see here. Oh God. I will say, and this goes back to the whole thing on friendship and all that. It's very hard to meet, very good, not just very good people, but also very loyal friends. And, I've always have had a problem running into people that actually understands, the meaning of loyalty, because I like to be a very loyal person. So like if I think someone is upset with me or something, I will go out my way to make sure everything is okay because.
Oh, that's such a good topic. I'm glad he said that. Like, to me, that's normal. That's just how you treat your friends. Are you giggling at me?
No,
What?
I think
I thought
she's
you were
giggling about.
giggling.
No, I'm just listening.
Like,
I think she's giggling about a situation that happened to me and her not too long ago.
like
What?
What happened was Dahlia here said, I'm going to go, talk to you later, hops off before I could even respond. So I'm like, oh God, I hope she's not mad at me. So I like sent her a message on Kick. I'm like going, I hope everything's okay. And the next next day she's like, what the heck are you talking about?
I do the same stuff. Don't feel bad. I do that too. Like, I'll say something and then, like, she'll just poof and I'm like, oh, fuck. I said something all retarded. Because I'm bad.
It's
I'm
usually
really
like
bad.
crashed.
Like, yeah. But I'm bad to, like, say something and be real blunt. And then I'm like, she'll, like, crash or, like, for some reason it'll boot her out of the room or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, I've done something I didn't mean to. But no, like, the whole friendship and, like, like, if, like, if something bad happens to your friend, like, even if you've done it or a different friend of yours that they're not friends with, like, it's just a duh that you want to make sure that your friend's okay.
Yeah, just with me, and I kind of have this anxiety in my life where I have almost, I guess you could say, a abandonment anxiety, where I have dealt with so many people where they have just basically disappeared on me, or just basically removed me from their life without even giving me closure or anything, or even saying, hey, look, this isn't working out as a friendship, bye. Nothing. And, it just, that kind of really bothers me, because, if someone was bothering me, I'd say, hey, look, we need to, set some ground rules, or if worse comes to worse, say, I'm sorry, this isn't working out, goodbye. But, I'm just that kind of person. But, just a lot of people, they like to believe that they really have no accountability for anything, therefore they just get up and disappear. And that really, that just really bothers me.
Well, and two, like, on imvu, they think, well, this is just a game and it doesn't matter. These people don't really matter. And that's not true, because there is a person that is behind that avatar. Like, those are people that you're talking to. Like, they have feelings and emotions, and, like, if you're friends with them, even if it's friends on the game, you're actually their friend. You're not just playing a game, you're actually friends.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
They have feelings. It's not okay to ignore their feelings. It's not okay to mistreat that person. I mean, and there are going to be fights, and there are going to be disagreements. It's normal in any friendship, in any kind of relationship. And, like, if you got one friend that doesn't like the other friend, and they do something and it causes a fight between the two of them, it doesn't mean you need to pick sides, but you do need to make sure that whoever got hurt is okay.
Oh, absolutely. And, I completely agree with you on that. And, to tell you the truth, for me, I like to be very, a very good friend and all that. Like, I'm going to pick on you for a second, Dahlia, so forgive me.
Go for it.
Oh, Lord.
True evil laugh. I actually have a really good evil laugh. But anyways, it's like, if Dahlia messages me one day and says, hey, look, Zane, you showed me a picture of a crystal a couple of days ago that I really like. And, if I sent you money or something, could you mail it to me? Yeah, I'd mail it. I mean, I'm not going to remember the freaking address or anything, because, it's not my business to remember it. But, I trust her as a friend. So, like, if she asks something like that, yeah, I'm going to be a good friend, and I'm going to mail it. If I see something that's over in Las Vegas I want, I'd ask the same. Hey, if I sent you some money, could you send this to me? Of course, that's further down the road, but what I'm saying is, to me, friendships are very important, and it requires a lot of trust. It really does, because
I agree.
Yeah. And, here's the other thing, and now I'm going to pick on you, Pixie.
I'm used to it, so everybody picks on me.
All right.
Oh.
All right, my first royal decree as dictator of the world is whoever sees Pixie has to throw a stuffy at her. Anyways. Anyway, so back to what I was saying, though, is, like, Pixie, if you're upset because of something, like, I don't know, I'm not going to even make up an excuse on this one. So if you're just upset about something, and, like, Dahlia is asleep because Dahlia likes to sleep in or something, and you need a friend to talk to, You can always message me, Pixie, and say, "Hey Zane, I'm really upset or bummed out about something. Do you mind if I talk to you?" And unless I'm really busy or something, I will actually stop what I'm doing and say, "Okay, what's going on? What's wrong?" And I'll listen. And even if I don't give you a immediate response, I will respond and I will hear you out. And if I can give you a honest opinion, I will. And I'm definitely not going to give you a dishonest opinion. But I am there for
Well, and see,
my
oh,
friends,
am I cutting out or is you okay? There,
and
stupid
that
Skype.
is something I don't worry. Skype loves you. Anyways, so what were you gonna say, Pixie?
Well, and see, the reason why, I like that we're talking about this subject is because of a situation that happened, and it's like I trusted someone, and then they completely blew my trust. It was like I didn't exist. And what I don't like about it is the situation was something that would be, I don't, how do I say it? It's like it was a very serious situation to me, and I understand that this friend and then their friend did they don't. It's like they don't get it or understand it because it's not happened to them, and this wasn't something that you know, and then being made out by the other person I was lying, because there was somebody, an outsider that I did not know. I mean, I've met them a couple times in the chat room or whatever, but I didn't know them, and they did something and they turned it around into this big mess and lies when they obviously did it. And then I'm just gonna blurt it out because even though I'm not in that room, but it has been seen by others. I'm not naming names. They were flirting with that friend. So to me, they deliberately told a lie and manipulated things to get me out of the way. Does that make sense?
It does, and
They
all I'm gonna
saw me as a threat, but I really was not a threat because they were just my friend. And instead of that friend actually coming to me and saying, "Hey, are you okay?" You don't have to agree with me in a situation, but if you know that I'm that upset, this is something really serious, this is really a big deal, at least come and say, "Hey, I'm, are you okay? Is everything okay? Is everything okay with you?" They hadn't done that. It's been days. They didn't bother.
Yeah.
That's all I can really say or do is just take a deep sigh because I really feel for you, and tell you the truth is
Well, no, and this is what I like. I was upset for the first couple of days. It does still kind of bother me, but it's like this. It is their loss, and if they want to be stupid enough to believe this person that is blatantly lied, they blatantly did something. I mean, it is blatantly a lie. The thing that it revolves around is something that I would never lie about. It's something that is really, really serious. It's a really, really scary situation. And it's still something that's actually ongoing. I just don't talk about it.
well, I don't know what it is, but I do send you a hug.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's just,
You're welcome.
you think about a person and you think you've got this friend and you really think, you know what I'm saying. You think a lot about this person as a friend. You put trust in them. You're like, oh, this person trusts you. Spent all this time with them, and you're hanging out, and you feel like you've got close to this person, and then something like this happens, and you're just like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me?
It sounds like quite a pickle. I've been through my own pickles. In fact, I went through a pickle that lasted 5 years, and that was horrible. At the end of that entire 5 year ordeal, one of my friends faked his own suicide after the group of people actually costed him his job and all that from harassment alone. And the reason why all that happened was because said person that he stood up for me on some stuff, and that it's like people that has hate so much that they'll do everything they can to hurt you and run you off. And
Yeah, that's how I feel like it was kind of, well, I mean, and girls get catty. And it's like, I'm just not a catty person, and I just don't do that. Like, and I want to be honest, because this person, like, I really like him. I thought, and yes, he's really good looking. I liked his personality. Um, I don't know if I would actually go out with him. I mean, he's good looking and everything, but he is in a completely different country, so it's not, you know what I'm saying. And like, and because of my position as a mom and kids and all that, I don't know that I would, if I was single, which I am not, and I have no interest in him like that. So, like, I feel like and yeah, I was close to, we had a lot in common, and it's just how I am. Like, I'm really talkative and all that. I'm not trying to take attention from anybody. It's just how I am, and I get along with people. People like me. It's normal. And I feel like they just did anything and everything to manipulate the situation to get where they want. And then here's my little thing about it, because and I'll admit it, that after it happened, I did a little digging, and she's not exactly who and what she seems, if you know what I mean. She's not, the way she portrays herself is something completely different than what she is. So, and I'll just say that, and I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not trying to be catty, I'm just making it clear. And the only reason I looked her, figured out who she was, and went through the trouble, was because of how she's attacking me and stuff.
that's never
It's
good.
not, because it's not normal. Like, she does not know me. There's not a reason to do that. I'm not attempting to date this friend of mine. So I'm not in her way. If he had wanted to date her, he would. You see what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if he would even realize that. I mean, it doesn't matter now. It hurt my heart, but I had to remove him. I had to remove him from imvu, and I removed him from my. I didn't block him from anything, but I removed him from imvu, and I removed him from Skype, and I didn't remove him from Discord, but I took him off of the fan list of evil gnome level, because we have like different levels in my Discord. And when I did, he seems to have removed himself from my Discord. So, like, the only thing I can say is he'll end up learning on his own, like, what really happened. Like, I know the truth, and I know that what I said was true. I know that I know for a fact that she did this, and she did this on purpose. And why she did it.
I hear you, and I'm sorry you had to go through all that, but
lesson learned. Like, if you cannot be a man and like treat your friends correctly, then you don't deserve my friendship. You're not somebody that I want to hang out with. You are not who and what I thought you were. You're not worth my time and trouble, because it's really bad when everybody around you sees what's going on, but you're just ignoring it. You know, he could have simply just went to anybody that knew me, and this is the thing. I had introduced him to my other friends. He could have simply went to them and talked to them about the situation, and they would have flat told him that I would not have lied about it. This is something serious. This is something that really has happened. So he would have known the truth. But that's not what he did. He went off of his so-called friend whom attacked me, and just the way she went about everything was inappropriate. She's completely
Yeah, I
inappropriate about
agree.
it. The way she talked, the way she went on, like, all he had to do was ask somebody else, somebody that's known me for a long period of time.
That really does suck. It really does.
Well, anybody but Pepper. I'm just going to say that because I know Pepper's probably sneaking and watching this. Anybody but Pepper, because I know what Pepper would do. Because Pepper was really mad that I even bothered even getting upset over it. So, Pepper would not have been okay. He probably would have told him something to run him off.
I hear ya.
So, which would have been funny, because knowing Pepper, he'd do that. Pepper's not as nice as me and Dolly.
I'm nice until I don't have a reason not to be.
Yeah, well, Pepper, he's just not. If he don't like you, he will do. He's sneaky. He will deliberately do things and cause problems to get rid of you. He's good at running people off. I could just see him doing it. I love Pepper, though.
Well, you know, everyone is good at different things. Me, I'm good at a few things. But one thing is, you don't want to piss me off, because if you piss me off, may whatever deity you pray to have mercy upon you.
Exactly.
Yeah. And tell you the truth, I haven't lost my temper since the early teens. So
well, you're lucky, because I like, when it comes to certain things, I lose my temper. Like, I'm really bad about losing my temper, actually, if you push me too far about certain subjects, certain people, certain situations. It's just, yeah.
Just so I know I don't walk into a minefield without knowing it, what things should I not talk about around you?
Oh, well, I'm an open book, so that's beside the point. I'm a completely open book. You can ask me anything, but there are touchy subjects, like downplaying somebody's rape situation, stalker situation.
Yeah.
Like faith, don't judging faith, anybody's faith. I don't care whose faith it is. Not just mine, but if you're disrespectful about it and I feel that you're bullying, picking, or just outright out to do harm to somebody when you're talking, then yeah, I'm going to blow up on you and go after you. And then, like, the mother subjects, like, especially the stepmother, like, yeah. Do not, just because you're a girlfriend does not make you a stepmother. Just because you babysit when your boyfriend has the baby does not make you a stepmother. We're not going to go into that.
Yeah, been there, done that. That was a sticky situation.
Yeah, I'm big on that, because, like, you have no idea of how to take care of a child. You have no children of your own. You know, I mean, there are some that do, but I'm just saying, in this situation that we got into, like, you can't, no, and don't be making that
I feel
child
like
call you mom. Like, I so wanted to tit punch her. Like, tit punch her. If I could have got a hold of her and punched her in the tit, I would
have. Well, one thing that freaks me out is when people, just downplay, burning, like being burned alive kind of stuff. That really freaks me out or pisses me off.
Well,
however you
here's
want.
my thing. Why would you downplay that to start with?
Because some people are idiots and they think it's funny.
Yeah, that's not
And
cool.
Like, I've
well,
never thought that was funny because that's kind of scary. I'm sorry. Like, how could you downplay? Of course, also, how could you downplay somebody being stalked and being in fear for their life?
well, for me,
So it's kind of, people are fucking retarded.
I hear you there. And to tell you the truth, unless you've been, it's one of those cases where unless you've been burned alive, and I don't count burning your finger on the stove, but if you've been burned alive, that is just, it's definitely Dante's Inferno in so many ways. It can be traumatizing. It really can be. And, people that just doesn't understand and just,
Well, I mean, how
thinks,
could that not be traumatizing? I'm like, what idiot would not, like, realize that it's something very serious? I mean, because you could have died. I mean, you're engulfed in flames. It's an ungodly pain. There's probably no way to freaking describe.
the smell of your flesh,
Yeah,
like, when
yeah.
flesh burns, it smells like burnt pork. And, when the smoke comes up, it just about blinds you, not just your eyes, but also your nostrils. Those the only thing you can smell is that burning pork smell. Oh, and just filling your nerves, your entire body going crazy because the heat is just unless you just jump in a lake. I mean, it really breaks you down really hard, and it's just and now your question is, who could ever, why would anyone ever, like, burn someone or push someone into a fire? Well, in my case, kids are cruel, especially
Yeah.
kids that pick on other kids, and I still have nightmares about that. I really do. So it just,
Well, and it's like, kids are idiots. I'm as a kid, I did some stupid shit. I think we all did, and like
Yeah.
yeah,
you can't. I mean, kids really are idiots. They do stuff, but it's up to the parent. And this is me speaking as a mom. It is up to the parent to teach the children as to what is not okay.
well,
Mm-hmm.
what happened to me was, just, summer camp, kids thought it would be funny pushing me into the fire, and I lit up.
Okay. What unintelligent child has not been taught that if you push somebody into the fire, they're gonna catch the fuck on fire?
First
Like,
off,
that would be a fucking duh. And, like, their mother needs to be bitch slapped.
oh yeah, immensely. And
Like,
then,
and I'm sorry, and like, in case this person is on here or their mother just so happens to come across this, I want to express this. You suck as a parent. Like, because you should be teaching your child that you don't act like that. 2, fire is a very dangerous thing, and you should teach your child to be intelligent enough to know the fuck better. I mean, seriously, it's a huge fucking idiotically duh. Like, my kids would never do something like that to somebody. They wouldn't. I don't even think they could even think of doing that.
and that's the sad thing. Some kids just, it's the whole Lord of Flies syndrome, where basically society breaks down and just some kids don't even care.
It's sheeple. That's what I call it. Sheeple. People that follow the crowd, follow the other people, and they're going to do things because the others want them to do it. Like, and it is up to the parent to teach your child better, to not teach them the sheeple mentality. You do not want your children to be sheep. Do you really want them to follow along and do everything that everybody else wants? I'm sorry, I don't want my kids like that. It's the reason why I homeschool. They are individual little, I call them monsters, individual little monsters. They have their own little personality. They have their own little quirks. They have their own views on things. And even as young as they are, they do. And they are very intelligent little monsters. They pick up everything. So, like, why would you want to teach your child that they need to do, look, and act like everybody else?
Because some people are just cruel and stupid.
Because to me, that's a form of mental abuse.
Yeah.
Because you're suppressing that child. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason why, like, there's so much depression in young kids, is because you are mentally abusing your children by not letting them be who they are.
That's, in so many ways, that's true. But anyways, I'm probably gonna have a hard time sleeping tonight now.
Oh, sorry.
No, not because of what you said, just because thinking about.
Oh, no, I understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that this brought up stuff, and, like, I mean, it's a really good conversation, and I'm sorry about that. And I hate to think that the conversation, like, but I know because I can't even PTSD, so I relive dramatic things that have happened to myself, and, like, so I completely understand. So.
It is what it is, unfortunately, but, you know, all I can do is just move on. I mean, now, when I was 5 years old, I was dead for, 5 minutes or something like that. I mean, that was just scary. But that was because my throat swelled up, and I was in the hospital, and that was just nasty. That was just scary.
No, I've had stuff like that happen with the kids. Like my youngest, he's almost died 4 times. He's got tongue tied, and it's in the furthest part of his tongue. So you kind of have to be on top of him when he eats, because he gets choked. He can choke on his own slobber. Does that make sense? And, like, if he's snotty and stuff, it makes it worse. So he, like, nearly chokes to death. So when he was little, when he was a baby, I nearly lost him, 4 times. Just from that. Yeah, it's scary. Like, I had to learn, they had to teach me, these sucker, you know those little ball sucker things they give you when you have a baby? I know you do, Dolly, because you've got nieces and nephews.
Yep.
Okay, those ball sucker, they had to teach me how to sucker out, the mucus and stuff.
Wow.
So that he wouldn't do that. And, I've had to teach him how to, eat in a different manner in order so he doesn't choke. He still scares me. He still scares me when he does it. Yeah, it really is. Kids, they're so easy for just the smallest little thing to go wrong, and, you could lose them. It makes you a nervous wreck.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt at all. I mean, I don't have any kids right now. I hope to have kids one day, but, I have baby chicks, baby ducklings, and, I've had my fair share of puppies, and I know they're quite